Is my screen visible?
Yes, it is
Yes.
visible. Yes, visible.
Yeah, it will be visible to me.
So, hello everyone. So today we are going to discuss about security threats on social media. So nowadays everyone uses social media, be it teenagers, be it us, or be it kids. Everyone uses social media. So as more and more people use social media, the threats are just increasing. So this session is just to make aware to all those kids, all those teenagers, as everyone of various threats that are present in social media, and what we can do to prevent ourselves falling prey to such threats or attacks. And in this entire presentation, we are going to use some scenarios to explain what is going on and different things that can happen to you on social media. So let me begin. So here, the first topic we are going to talk about is cyber stalking. So cyber stalking is nothing but stalking a specific person, but using your mobile phone or computer for that, going through their all their social media profiles, um, checking out all the social media profiles where they checked in, the photos they have uploaded. So all this comes under cyber stalking. So to explain you more properly, I'm going to give you an example here. So here we have an example. So Juveria is an NRI, completed her schooling from US and now is in India to pursue her engineering. She lived her life to the fullest. So this is just the introduction of her example here. Whatever she did had to get uploaded on social media. Oh yes, she had more than 10K followers. So we all know some people like they upload everything to social media. They go to a place, they upload it on social media. They eat something, like everything is there on social media, and you should not do that. Which you will come to know in the next few slides. She used to check in feature. She used the check-in feature on Facebook to inform her friends and followers about her whereabouts, her life, and had minimum privacy. So apparently, this girl was going to some place and she checked into an hotel and used the Facebook feature check-in. Oh, it is has someone drawn lines on this? Wait, let me stop and share again.
Stop the annotation, please. Disable the annotations. If it is human, disable the annotations.
Yeah, yeah, I have stopped annotation for others. Yeah. So back to where I left off. She basically used a check-in feature in Facebook to let others know that she has checked into this hotel, maybe just to brag or let her friends know. After checking in out his profile, okay, yeah. One day she decides to go to Goa on a solo trip. She updates her plans on her wall with itinerary. Kiran, a stalker, used to keep track of all her details. He was a habitual offender and he was out on bail recently. So here we see the thread. She went to Goa and she uploaded all the personal information. Like she checked into this hotel and used the Facebook wall feature to post the entire itinerary. So if any third person, like here we have Kiran, who is already a stalking offender, so he knows the entire itinerary because she just posted it on Facebook, and she knows where and he knows where she checked in. So this is a great threat because you will know in few moments right now. She takes a bus to Goa and texts Juveria from his hotel room and expresses desire to meet her. After checking out of his profile, Juveria blocks him, unaware about what fate had planned for her shortly. So our attacker or our previous stalking offender texts this girl who is in Goa, and she immediately blocks her as she doesn't know him. As Kiran had an itinerary, he follows her to the beach and molests her when there was no one around. Kiran escapes. So here a very bad thing happens as she uploaded her entire itinerary. He knew exactly where she was going, and he tries to molest her, but luckily she escapes. Juvelia is feeling very terrible and regrets for not limiting her images, checks in details, and other related posts on social media. So here we learn that we should never reveal too much about our personal life on social media. It's okay to post once in a while that you have maybe gone on a trip with your friends and family, but in this case, she has posted everything from itinerary to where she has checked in. So this was a major threat. So we should always avoid posting at social media. So next is social trolling. So social trolling is basically insulting someone over the internet. calling names or defaming someone over the internet. All this comes under social trolling. The main purpose of this social trolling is to like humiliate someone, nuisance and all that. So here we have another example. So you may be thinking, why are we quoting example in every topic here? So we are using this example so as you understand better, and you may be able to relate better if we give these examples. So Shruti is a simple girl hailing from a middle class family. She believes in morals and ethics. The students in college where she studied were mostly carefree types and fashion freaks. So typical college. Every day they used to pull Shruti's legs, call her names, and make her feel miserable. So this is basically a college in which this girl is getting harassed, which is really bad. Rohan, the most famous boy in the college, called Shruti a gawar and told her to go back to her village. So yeah, again harassment. Shruti decided to put up a full stop to this menace, and she gained courage and told him to get lost and mind his business. So she's standing up for herself. Irritated Rohan goes back to home and edits adult jokes with Shruti's name and forwarded it to his friend. So now, as she stood up for herself, Rohan now takes it to the next step and uses social media to harass her. He makes adult jokes on her and forwarded it to all his friends, so which is very bad. He also makes troll pages of Shruti, maybe Facebook pages targeted at Shruti to troll her and make funny videos. So after what's his name again? Rohan. Yeah. So after Rohan has created all these pages, he has trolled her on the internet. Everyone from their college probably know about her now because she has been trolled so much on the internet. So now so she becomes the subject of laughter, and everyone in her college laughs at her. So Shruti later realizes that she should have informed the authorities in the college and lodged a complaint in the women's police station. Yeah. So here, that's another important thing that she shouldn't have tolerated this more. Instead of she did stand up for it. She should have also reported these boys or the people who were harassing him, so that this would never have happened. Next is picture morphing. So this is also very common. So picture morphing is taking another person's picture and putting it in and or photoshopping it in another person's body. So here there is a good example here. So this obviously looks fake, but people are able to create which is more believable. Here we see a woman holding her baby, but Aishwarya Rai is photoshopped in this picture. So this is just a basic example of how picture morphing works. So here we have another story. Aishwarya is a happening girl, 18 years old, living in Mumbai. She always clicks photos and uploads on Insta. Also was crazy about TikTok. She used to get thousands of likes and hundreds of comments for every pic posted. Like, she is very much acquainted with social media. She uploads a lot of pics. She gets a lot of likes and validation for it. So she may be habituated to it. One day she gets a request from a random person, a random guy. She accepts. The guy Aryan follows her while she is on her way to college and proposes her. Aishwarya outrightly rejects his proposal and shouts at him. So basically, a guy send him sent him a friend request on social media. She accepts and next day proposes and gets rejected. And Aryan goes back home and downloads her pics and mods it with naked women. So he mods her photos and uses her photo to and morph it on naked woman. He sends it to his friends and upload on random website with her phone number. Aishwarya is depressed and regrets for uploading her clear photos on social media and accepting random requests. So this is also very like dangerous for everyone else out there. So we should never accept friend request on social media. Only you should, for a general rule of thumb, you should only access request. For example, if I know a person in real life, then only I should accept his friend request or be in contact with him in social media. We should avoid talking to strangers on social media, and also we should always keep our posts on social media to a limited number. As we see in the previous example, a girl was posting overtly on social media everything that's happening in her life. Here people are constantly uploading photos of themselves in order to get likes and validation. So we should, it's not like we can completely stop doing it, because many of people of my age and any age are guilty of it. They upload a lot on social media, but we should try to keep it as a minimum, bare minimum. The next is profile hacking. So profile hacking is like a very basic hacking. For example, your account has been hacked and someone is trying to impersonate you, sending messages in your behalf. Basically, your account just got hacked. Tanuja loves going to the cyber to surf the web. One day she was browsing through FB and the Gmail was open in another window. She gets SOS call from home that her grandfather is admitted in KCM hospital. So basically, this girl is in cyber cafe. She was using Facebook, and she get an SOS call that her grandfather is in hospital, and she forgot to log out from the cyber cafe was because of course she was in a hurry. Tanuja rushes to the hospital, and after all, she loved her grandpa very much, obviously. Upon reaching the hospital, Tanuja gets two alerts on her phone: Gmail and FB password is reset. Tanuja realized that she had not logged out of the system, thus her account got compromised. So this is a very serious issue. You may not, when you hear this story, you may not think that it's very serious because if your account has been hacked, those accounts may be used for illegal purposes, and if like a cybercrime cells tries to investigate, and you would be the first person they would catch hold of because all the illegal transactions or anything wrong has happened with your account, you would be the person who would be caught hold of because it's your account. So you should always wait, let me finish this first. Remember to always log out while using public computers, not only in public computers. If you're also using a computer at your home, if you're not using your social media account, you should always try to log out. And we should always use virtual keyboards while entering passwords and other sensitive information because you may not know your computer may be infected with a malware or a keylogger, any password. So let me explain what a keylogger is. So keylogger is just a piece of software. Anything you type on your computer, whether it be passwords, be it usernames, every keystroke would be recorded and sent to the hacker. So your computer may be infected with that. So to be on the safer side, you should always run antivirus scan and always use virtual keyboards for important passwords and avoid free Wi-Fi at public restaurants. A lot of restaurants use this lucrative scheme that they have free Wi-Fi available. So you would be tempted to go into that restaurant in over some another restaurant, but you should never connect to any public Wi-Fi because your private data is exposed. Anyone who has some knowledge about cybersecurity can easily gain access to your data without even putting some efforts into it. And the next is dating websites. So it is also very popular among youngsters to date. So they may use apps like Tinder. So here we have another case study or a story here. Rashmi is a first year MBBS student. She was recently crowned as Miss Fresher. She used to always talk to her friends online, but she was bored of talking to the same people. One day she registers on Tinder and starts swiping left and right. Okay. After a couple of days, Sharks tells Rashmi that he urgently. Wait, did I miss a slide in between? Yeah, yeah. So basically, there is a one very popular fresher in the college. She is tired of dating the same old boring people. So she downloads Tinder to meet some new people. She happens to come across Shax, a very good-looking guy, classy, has luxurious cars, parties, travels, etc. Shax, being a smooth talker, he impresses Rashmi and his charms, and they start texting. Late night calls, and they finally decide to meet the next day. She takes her to the best hotel in the town for a candlelight dinner. Rashmi knows for sure this guy is a Prince Charming. So basically, he's trying to impress her and he is successful in impressing her. After a couple of days, Shax tells Rashmi that he urgently needs 2 lakhs as it officers have frozen his account. She sells her gold chain and gives him money. So remember, he's just a stranger who she has met like 2 days prior. So you may be thinking that this may not be common there, but there are people, some innocent people who fall for this. So whenever you meet any stranger on internet, you should not like have blind faith on them. You should always keep your guard up, and you should not trust anyone easily. Shax blocks her later through one of her friends. She gets to know that Shax was a married man and he used to con women like this. So he's not a single man on a dating website. He's just a married man who runs a scam. He may have scammed many other women like this. She also regrets him for trusting the stranger she came across on a dating site and sending him private videos, pictures and videos. So this is basically that we should not trust everyone on the internet and we should be very careful while sharing our stuff. Wait. Let me. Can you all see my screen? Wait.
Yes.
Yeah, now we can.
Yeah. So I have finished my presentation. If you have any questions, you may ask now. Yeah.
Yep, if you have any questions, you can put it up in the
Okay.
chat section. We can just go through them one by one. If anyone has any questions, please. I think we'll just give it a minute for everyone. If in case you have any questions, you can,
You may either unmute yourself to speak, or you may also use the chat box.
yeah, both ways. Okay, so if there are no questions, I think we can just